Tower of God aired in early 2020 and is based on the manga of the same name. Now this anime story is as linear as it gets, as the main objective is to climb a tower. Pretty simple, right? Well no, and neither is our protagonist, the 25th Bam. Welcome to Animepill, I'm Rafa and today we'll walk you through the character of Bam, explaining what he brings to the table with his power and abilities. As always, a sub to the channel will be much appreciated and will keep you updated for future videos. But for now, let's Bam. We all know he's the main character of the series, but unlike other important characters, Bam wasn't raised in the tower. He was, however, born inside it. Bam's parents were among the great warriors who helped Zahard conquer the tower. When Zahard learned that Arlen Grace had given birth to Bam, he killed the child out of spite. Arlen managed to preserve Bam's body and took him to the outside world where she got her son resurrected with the help of an outside god. Years later, Bam made a friend in Rachel. You know, Rachel. Anyway, when Rachel entered the tower in pursuit of the top floor from where she wished to see the stars, Bam followed her and so his journey inside the tower began. Being an irregular, someone who isn't primarily eligible to climb the tower, Bam had to go through quite a lot to pass some tests that made him eligible. Being an irregular, Bam isn't bound to a guardian's contract, which is why he can use Shinsu as freely as he pleases, and some techniques are exclusive to him. While he isn't the most powerful character in the series, he has got potential. Similar to most protagonists, Bam isn't a big powerhouse right from the start, and he isn't a great contender even now, but what makes him a serious threat are the sleeping powers he has. If he learns more and gets rid of his obsession with Rachel, he might tap into greater strengths. But that doesn't mean he's a complete wimp. The dude can still kick ass to some extent, and is a very quick learner. Here's what we know about the powers and abilities of the 25th Bam. Shinsu is the prime driving factor of this anime, as it's the most fundamental form of offense and defense for most characters. Think of it like the mana of this universe, mana being the prime driving factor of magic anime. Bam himself is a master in using this energy form. Bam has the ability to see an aura of Shinsu around his foes and some surroundings. This tells him the estimate of Shinsu energy in the air. This is something even the regulars of the tower can't do. Bam isn't the most powerful Shinsu user out there, but this little man is faster than the Flash when it comes to learning new Shinsu techniques. Over the years, he has astonished a lot of higher-ups and himself with his amazing Shinsu control and adaptability. Bam has also demonstrated amazing Shinsu durability, enough to take on extreme Shinsu currents, resisting some of the most devastating Shinsu attacks. Shinsu Rainfall is probably his strongest wide-range attack. Bam uses this move to gather massive amounts of Shinsu in indiscriminate shapes and scatter it in the air from where the Shinsu energy falls like rain onto the enemies and piercing them in the process. He uses this to take down a large volume of foes on the battlefield. His secondary choice in wide-ranged attacks, Stream Flow, isn't necessarily for a horde of enemies as its attack nature leans more towards destroying a single foe. He basically creates a wide spiral of Shinsu currents and blows strong foes away with the force. This move was so devastating that even Beilud Yama couldn't keep his attention away when Bam used it. A wave-based attack much like Karaka's White Day technique, the explosion from Wave Explosion 0 is powerful enough to kill a strong foe like Varagraph, if Bam didn't hold back. Bam prizes this skill more than anything and is always trying his best to master it better every day. Shinwon Ryu is a manipulation style skill exclusive only to the irregulars, as they are the only ones who can control Shinsu at free will. The name of this move translates to Explosion of Space, and that is exactly what it does, a huge, concentrated explosion. Once he settled some of the matters with the power inside of him, Bam's agility and reflexes went off the charts. We're talking Nightwing level reflexes here, and he is known as DC's greatest acrobat. This ability of his is an instinct rather than something he does consciously. He has shown amazing reflexes, dodging and countering an opponent before they've even prepared to strike him. Bam is an adept hand-to-hand combatant, having trained under the likes of Ha Jin-sung, one of the high rankers and a great warrior. He is a level 3 Shinsu special martial artist and a level 4 Jeet Kune Do, and can mix other fighting techniques he has learned, performing unique strikes simultaneously. Technique replication is one of his greatest techniques. It's allowed Bam to quickly master most fighting forms and a lot of ranker level techniques. He can read a person's movement while they are on an offense and quickly replicate the move and strike back with amazing precision. His replicated moves aren't as strong as the original, but they still pack a punch and he can improve on them later. Kakashi would be proud. God, I wish I had the fast skip technique. The first thing I'd do is get that PS5 from a Black Friday sale. I hope you guys all got yours. This technique allows Bam to momentarily immobilize his opponents, giving him a slight breathing space or an opening for a devastating move. Thorn is a huge red diamond-shaped matter and has been separated into different fragments. It is said to have an immense amount of power. When the second fragment of Thorn integrated with Bam, it gave him a huge health burst, saving him from a near-death situation at the hands of Jihad. With the Thorn's space controlling abilities, Bam was able to burst open the sound of space. Bam was granted this power by White's final clone. When he received the power, it was stated that he had to resist the hate of all souls to successfully use the power he had been granted. After receiving the full extent of the power, Bam's existing abilities and techniques were amplified to unimaginable heights, so much so that he was able to overpower Joaquin. Blue Thrissa is a being who told Bam that his power was enough to overwhelm everyone inside the tower, and Bam should accept his power as an offer. Even though Bam refused, as he did not trust the being, it is later revealed that some of Blue Thrissa's power is inside of Bam, as it helped him defend against Caliban's attacks. Heljo feared Bam when he learned that such an entity was inside of him. While it is confirmed that Red Thrissa has entered Bam's body, he hasn't really used it much, aside from when he was trying to control an orb and Red Thrissa's powers were seemingly helping him. So that was the 25th Bam, and the countless ways that he could overpower a Black Friday sale. Seriously, those mobs are ridiculous. This is only a brief overview of what this guy can do, as his full potential hasn't really been explored yet. If you liked today's video, a thumbs up and a sub to the channel would be amazing, and we'll let you know if Bam adds to his arsenal, because Animepill will always be lurking in the shadows, ready to pounce on any new updates. Thanks for watching.